Hey, I'm Kyle Jarris. I wrote the recent review for the Horizon Hobby E-flite Aero Commander. And let me tell you what, you're really going to enjoy this aircraft if you have a chance to fly it. It's got plenty of power when you need it, but also the flight characteristics are such that if you really want to just slow, gently fly this around the field, you can totally do that. It's pretty spectacular. Inverted is no problem. You know, it's got power for days almost. I mean, you could take this up into a steep angle and just hit the power. You're going to keep going up and up and up. Obviously, it's a little bit smaller aircraft, so you do want to keep this fairly close to you. But that works out really well for park pilots. Obviously, we don't have as much room oftentimes to fly these. One of the most fun things with this is being able to kind of fly alongside your friends. So we had a couple guys out there with quads, and they did a little bit of chase stuff, which you're probably seeing right now. And it's always kind of fun to coordinate and work together. And okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You know, let's go slow, let's go a little faster. It makes it a lot more enjoyable. You know, I'm flying this around quarter, maybe half throttle most of the time. And the battery life is such that I can keep this thing up for probably 20 minutes with no problems. You know, the handling characteristics are great in the air, and I was really surprised to see how well this actually does on the ground too. Taxiing isn't a problem, especially when the wind isn't, you know, around. So these twin brushless 180 size motors, I think they're 3000 kV. They provide a lot of power. Like, you can really do what you want. Inverted flight isn't a problem. Just make sure your CG is correct, as with any aircraft. You know, the nice thing too with these aircraft is, you know, most of you know the Horizon Hobby line of UMX aircraft. Keep the box around, you know, you can throw them back in there, and the nice thing is when you get that box, open it up, it's pretty much ready to go. All you have to do is bind it to your Spectrum transmitter, and you're ready to have a good time. You know, the other thing that's kind of cool is, you know, when this is sitting out on the table, those 3-blade props are actually really neat. It kind of adds a little bit of a scale detail. You know, I used that 800 milliamp hour LiPo from E-flite, and it's done a great job. Really, the weight hasn't been an issue. I don't know that I would go a whole lot larger, but I don't think you need to either. You know, this has given me around 15-20 minute flights with no problem. Now, I'm not at 100% throttle for that whole time. You know, I'm kind of putzing along at maybe a quarter and a half a lot of the time. But yeah, it works out great. You know, it's pretty amazing, the AS3X technology that are in these aircraft. So smooth, like, you know, all the little turbulence areas and you know, gusts of wind if they're around, this thing just kind of plows and powers right through. So it makes flying this really, you know, small aircraft feel a lot larger. Hey, thanks for watching the flight footage with us. We had a lot of fun making it, and maybe I'll see you at the field next time.